What's up, Diabadass fam? It's your boy Percy Robinson coming at you with another smash hit video. I made this video last week. It was the Carne Asada fries with jackfruit. So the jackfruit was a replacement of the Carne Asada fries. Now, what inspired this recipe was when I used to eat a lot of meat and stuff, I would always go to this place in my local town and get their Carne Asada fries. They were the best. They were amazing. I just couldn't get enough of them. But, I mean, you guys got to check it out. Both the girls loved it. It was kind of like a slumber party theme. You know, my daughter, she wanted her cousin to stay over, so I wanted to make something that was flavorful, but it was healthy as well. This is a quick recipe that you can get. You can get the canned jackfruit from the store. You could also just store buy your fries, just like I did in the video. You don't have to do every single thing homemade. This is a quick recipe. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to make and you're done. So it doesn't take too much time. So anyways, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, and I'll see you all on the other side. Roll the intro. Okay, Diabadass fam, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna take 3 cans of jackfruit and make sure you get it with the water base and not the syrup base. And what I usually do is I'll just take a colander and I will strain it into a cup, and then later on I'm going to take it to the sink and I'm going to give it a nice little rinse that it needs to get all the excess stuff out of there. This is just a step I usually do on anything that is canned. And then I am going to just tap the remainder of the liquid into the measuring cup, and then I'm going to add it to a bowl. Once I add it to the bowl, I'm going to mix everything around, and then I'm going to add some smoked paprika. I'm going to add some garlic powder. I'm going to add some onion powder. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper, preferably Himalayan salt. You guys already know how I feel about Himalayan salt, and you guys really know how I feel about regular salt. Himalayan salt is better for you. It is a mineral and it dissolves in your body much better than regular salt. Back to the show. So right now I'm using the whole pieces of the jackfruit. I know in previous videos that I did with jackfruit, I cut off the pieces and left the soft pieces, but I learned later on that you can actually steam these down and everything would be edible. So I'm just breaking everything apart. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty, as you can see. Preparing my pot so I can steam / cook my jackfruit. So I'm going to add a little bit of water at first. Adding the water ensures that your jackfruit or whatever you put in is not going to burn. So I'm going to add my jackfruit into the bowl, and right now the pieces are pretty bigger than I like, so I'm just going to go through the bowl and I am going to just break up the pieces as much as I can. This is not going to be the only time I'm going to be breaking up the pieces. I'm going to be doing this throughout the whole process until I get the result that I am looking for. After we get done breaking up the pieces of jackfruit, we're going to put the top on and we are going to let the jackfruit cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and check it, make sure it is softening up the way it's supposed to soften up. And it actually is. So I'm going to take my spatula again, and I am going to start breaking the pieces up accordingly. So once we get through doing a second round of breaking the jackfruit up, we're going to put the top back on, and we are going to let it cook, simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes. And then we're gonna go on to our next step. Our next step is we are going to just prepare the fries. Like I said in the beginning, these are store-bought fries. So real simple and easy. Just follow the instructions on whatever packaging that you get, set it and forget it. No, I'm just playing, it just sounded good. But I think I cooked these for about 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes, and it came out nice and crispy. So look at the jackfruit. It is nicely shredded, broken up, however you want to say it. I am very impressed at this point. I am going to add a little bit more water. Just let it simmer in there for just a little bit. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to soften up, make sure the jackfruit is nice and tender on every single bite. And then once we put it in the oven, it's going to give it that nice crispiness that it needs as well. So it's going to have a nice balance. So I'm going to add into the pot just a little bit of the barbecue sauce that I'm going to be using. And I'm just gonna give it a quick little stir. Make sure everything is nicely coated. And once everything is nicely coated the way it's supposed to be, I'm gonna put the top back on and just let it chill in there for a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more water because I wanna make it nice and soft, tender. So look at that, it is nice, steamy, soft. I'm stirring it around the way it's supposed to be, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, is the way it is supposed to look. Beautiful. Doesn't even look like jackfruit. So now I'm going to get a baking sheet, and I am going to put some parchment paper down, and I'm going to start adding the already cooked jackfruit, just like that there. And basically what you want to do is you want to just spread it around so everything cooks evenly. So you want to just utilize as much real estate on this pan as possible. Don't put it into little clumps because it's not going to cook all the way. Now at this point, I am going to use the remainder of the barbecue sauce. Now you can choose whatever type of barbecue sauce that you like. I'm just using this one. It has like a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat to it. That's my style. Everybody in my house likes it. So this is the barbecue sauce that I'm using. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mix everything around, make sure that every piece of this jackfruit has some sort of barbecue sauce on it. And take your time with this. Be generous with the amount of barbecue sauce that you use, and just make sure everything is evenly coated the way it's supposed to be. I'm telling you, if you take your time, it's going to taste that much better. This is something that you don't want to rush through, because if you rush, it's not going to come out the way you would like it to come out. So yeah, once I put the barbecue sauce on, I'm spreading it all around, making sure every inch of this pan is covered with jackfruit. And ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy with this result that I got. Has all the flavors, everything infused in there with the barbecue sauce. Now, you can get really creative as well, and you can add different things in there. So that's one thing I like about this recipe. It's very versatile. So yeah. So I set the oven to about 350, and then I cooked it for about 20 minutes, and we're good to go. So while that is cooking, I'm grabbing just some green onions, and I'm going to just chop it up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the garnish. So I'm just trying to make the plate look extra, super extra, nice and pretty. You know how I do. Presentation is everything, people. Remember that. So now that we got the green onions nicely chopped, it's about that time. The jackfruit should be almost done. So what I like to do is I like to prepare for the next step while the last step is still processing. So just to make sure that everything runs smoothly in my kitchen. I don't like to do one step at a time. And this is how your garnish should look. Pretty straightforward. So now that we got our jackfruit out of the oven, I let it, I took it out in about, after like 10 minutes, just to just move a few things around. And then once I do that, I'm going to add it back into the oven so even the inside cooks and has that nice crisp slash soft texture to it. And as I'm doing that, I am making sure that I break it up in the process, and I'm putting it back in the oven for the remainder time. Now that everything is done, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to serve. It is my favorite part. I love to do the dressing of the bowls slash plates. This is what I do. So I'm going to add a little bit of American cheese, vegan cheese on top. And then I'm going to add some vegan mozzarella cheese. So this is the fun part, ladies and gentlemen. You can dress this bowl up however you like to dress it up. This is just my go-to things. And yes, I'm adding the garnish. I'm making this plate look nice, colorful, beautiful, and it's also going to taste amazing. So there you have it. And I'm going to top it off with just some regular paprika. This doesn't have any taste to it, and it's not going to serve any purpose other than making it look good. So there you have it. Carne Asada fries, homemade. Holla at your boy.
So Ellie, after you tried this, how did you like it?
It was good. Yeah.
It was good? What about you, Chloe?
It was good.
It was good?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know it was meat when I was first cooking it?
What?
Did you know that I wasn't cooking meat, or do you think I was cooking meat?
I thought you were.
I don't think you were because it looked like a jackfruit.
Oh, you know about jackfruit. Oh, peace, queen. Yes, ma'am. How come you didn't know about jackfruit?
I don't pay attention to that.
Oh, okay. So can I get like a thumbs up, saying it was good? All right, are you guys ready to eat? Mm-hmm. All right.
Life is what you make it. I feel like a amazing. I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on drip I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places. I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this.
Welcome back, fam. Welcome back, baby. Now, wasn't that video amazing? Like I said before, this recipe is very quick and easy to make, Anyways, I want to take the time and thank each and every one of you for watching, taking the time to watch this video. It is really appreciated. If you find something that you like, drop something in the comment. I write back. And if you don't, drop something in the comment. I like bad comments too. Anyways, I guess this is towards the end of the video. So if you eat good, then you live good and you feel good. And don't forget to tune in, tell a friend, and subscribe. Peace.